Cholesterol is not by itself bad, but there is what we call a bad cholesterol and a good cholesterol. I want to first of all thank those who have liked my post, those who have commented on my post, and those who have shared my post. There are lots of posts on the net today, but one of the things that I know is lacking is proper health education and health promotion. That's why I am doing this. I want to thank those who gave topics that they want me to speak on. Quickly, I'm going to look at some of the topics that were raised. I'm going to start with the recent update of healthy dieting. We know what dieting is, so I'm not going to go into the definition of dieting. But one of the things that makes dieting what it is because we want to have balance between your carbohydrates, your proteins, your fats, minerals, and vitamins. You want to have a balance, an adequate balance that will keep you healthy. In doing this, sometimes we may not have the sweetest meal to get this done. But what's important is to ensure that we have proportionate amount of all this food in our food. The most important part of the dieting is that you need a quantity of carbohydrate, which is actually higher than every other component of the diet. And then you need protein, you need fats, you need your vitamins, and minerals, and oil, to make your diet what it is. The person who asked the question is a medical doctor, so I think he knows what he's looking for. One of the things that is very important with dieting is the fact that before now they say if you eat some eggs, maybe 2-3 eggs per day, you are going to increase your chances of hypercholesterolemia or high cholesterol in your body. Cholesterol, first of all, we should know is an important part of our body. They are very important for the antibodies in our body to work. They are very important for many enzymes to work. And so cholesterol is not by itself bad, but there is what we call a bad cholesterol and a good cholesterol. You can do lipid profile, you see that. LDL for short. If your LDL is too high, we actually say it's a bad cholesterol, and therefore it could increase your chances of hypercholesterolemia or what we call lipidemia. Now, there's another part of cholesterol which we call the good cholesterol, high density lipoprotein, or which we call for short HDL. If the HDL is too low, it is not good, but when it's high, it is good. So we want your HDL to be high, and we want your LDL to be low. Now, some food that will increase your cholesterol are eggs. Other foods are fried food. All of them will increase your cholesterol. Others are processed food. Every processed food will increase your cholesterol. Then fried meats, cheese, burger, pizza, and all of that. All of those foods will have high cholesterol in them. Now, if you are a person that is very active, if you are very active, we may not actually have problem with you. If you are actually active, you may actually burn all the food you eat if you are active. And so it's very important that we understand the balance between the food you eat and burning it. If you want to be fat, eat more food than you burn. And if you want to be lean, eat less food than you burn. So when I mean burn, your body, the activity you do burns the food. Because for every activity we do, even talking, we burn energy to talk. To open our eyes and to be seen, we burn energy to do that. For me to raise my hand and start using my hand and all that, we burn energy. So to think, to be awake and be thinking, it burns lots of energy. I mean, compared to somebody that's in the street pushing a wheelbarrow, or somebody that's digging a foundation somewhere, all of them burns energy. So it is because of this energy that you burn, that we cannot say, if you are actually very active burning energy, you can eat so much, plenty of eggs, and nothing will happen. But if you are the type that eats these eggs and cheese and pizza and all of those that have high cholesterol, meat and all that, and you do not burn them, your body will store them and it will become bad cholesterol in your body, or they will become a high lipidemia, or lipidemia as it were, or hypercholesterolemia. Now, this is what we are actually against, because hypercholesterolemia will cause, if you have oil, and oil actually condense, or you see that around the rubber that you put your oil, it will form something around it, and narrow the space. And that's how the hypercholesterols are in the body. Your vessels, it will narrow them and narrow them. And then you can see that organs gets lesser quantity of blood flow to them. And any organ that gets lesser quantity of blood flow reduce in size, and sometimes pain can be one of the signs that it will come with, as you will see in your chest, what we call ischemia, or coronary artery diseases, as it were. So that's that for food. And current teaching. The current teaching is that you can actually eat, but whatever you're eating, burn. If you do not burn it, it will be stored in your body, and if you store too much of it, it will become a disease in your body. So nutrition is at almost the base of every disease now. Nutrition. What kind of food do you eat? If I'm going to go deeper into nutrition, diet, because there's another question here. I've been skipping my diet, yet I'm gaining huge tummy every day. How do I get rid of this fat belly? Yes, there are many things, factors that will make you add weight and then will grow big tummy. One of those factors is just what I talked about, nutrition. If you eat well, you are going to gain weight, and you are not burning so much, you gain weight. So if you are living a sedentary lifestyle, like you just at home and they make good food for you, everything is just there, nice and dandy, and you eat so much of it without actually burning it, you will gain so much weight. Even if you are eating only 2 meals a day, but you don't do anything, you are living a sedentary lifestyle, you gain so much weight, and even increase in your belly, as it were. Another thing is, there is a genetic factor that is at the base of almost every disease, where we talk about genetic predisposition. So there are some people who are genetically predisposed to getting fat. They don't need to eat much before they get fat. So that is also another reason why your people will be fat. I've talked about sedentary lifestyle, I've talked about the nutrition. Then there are some other diseases that slows you down and make you gain weight. And other diseases make you very active and make you lose weight. Like somebody that's having diabetes will make you lose weight, because your body does not actually use the food you are eating so much, because insulin is required for your body to use this food you are eating. And so there are other diseases like hypothyroidism, where your body is not actually actively burning the food you are eating, so it stores so much of the food, and then you can gain weight and become so slow. So some diseases can actually make you gain weight, and some other diseases can make you lose weight. Other diseases that can actually make your stomach grow big includes heart failure, liver disease. You can actually have what we call intestinal obstruction that will make your stomach grow big without doing much. But if all of these are happening, they have signs they will show. Like if you are having liver disease, your eyes may be getting yellow and your whole body may be getting yellow, because you are what we call bilirubin will be increasing in your body. Bilirubin is a byproduct of some of the food we eat, especially proteins. So it may be increasing in your body, and that will make your body to be yellowish. One of the things or symptoms that it comes with is itching of the body because it irritates the nerve endings at the skin, and so we may be having itching. Like if it's liver disease, if it's kidney disease, one of the things that may be happening is that initially you'll be urinating so frequently, and later urination will reduce and may even stop. So if you have this kind of thing, it's a kidney failure, and it could make your stomach to grow big too, and make you even retain water in your body everywhere. You'll be swelling in the body. And I also mentioned intestinal obstruction. Intestinal obstruction, like somebody that's supposed maybe going to toilet 1 or 2 times a day before will just suddenly reduce with a sudden reduction in number of times you go to toilet. This can affect your stomach, and your stomach can grow big. And what can you do to reduce a big stomach? Alcohol has also been found to be one of those that makes our stomach grow big. Now what you can do is to reduce alcohol intake, is to become more active and live and reduce your sedentary lifestyle. They said you should be doing at least 150 hours work per week, or 50 minutes, I think 150 hours, or 30 minutes per day for 3 to 5 days in a week, or a minimum of 3 days in a week. Do at least 30 minutes walk per day in a minimum of 3 days in a week. So as it were, it's about 150 minutes. You should do at least 150 minutes walk or activity that will be is a kind of strenuous activity or exercise, as it were, per week. Very important for your health. Important for your heart, important for your vessels, and important for your brain and all the organs of the body, because blood flow to the organs of the body will increase if you do this exercise. It makes your heart pump better. Your heart is a muscle. If you do not do some exercise for the muscle, it gets weaker, and so you can actually have diseases that involve the heart from there. So I've discussed that. I will talk about the next topic that I'm seeing here. It's talking about 2 hours everyday exercise, 1 hour for abdominal training and 1 hour for juggling. This is not really true that you have to do 2 hours per day. Like I said earlier before, 150 minutes per week is fair enough exercise for per week. 150 minutes, meaning that you need about 30 minutes walk per day for at least 3 to 5 days. If you do 5 days, 30 times 5 is 150. So 150 minutes exercise per week, or 30 minutes per day for 5 days of the week is enough exercise that will keep you healthy. Health benefits of one man and plenty wives. There is a religious background to this question. The Muslims give room for a man to marry more than one wife, in as far as you can take care of them. In the Bible, where the Muslim and the Bible are almost the same thing. You will see also that Abraham had more than, I think, 2 wives. David had many wives. Solomon had about 1,000 of them, or 700 wives and 300 concubines. But what is the benefit to a man? I cannot say medically, the benefit to a man medically. I cannot tell you that there is a benefit as much, but if the man actually have enough time for all the wives, that's a lot of exercise, you know. If the man has time for all the wives, say you have 10 wives, and you actually exercise with them every day at night, every day you choose one that you exercise with on daily basis, it implies that you actually will be having enough exercise to do, and that could actually keep you alive. I mean, blood flow to all the parts of your body would be there all the time, because the relationship or intercourse, as it were, is one of the things that causes blood flow to all parts of the body, because there's a kind of an opening of the vessels, and then blood flows to all parts of the body. So perhaps there's some benefits, but I think that's rather a religious question All right. So another question there. Another question is reproduction. Reproduction. Um, Let me just say this: reproduction is a big thing, and God said, "Go ye therefore and populate the earth." So it is a beautiful thing to actually reproduce. But sometimes we feel that when a man is or a woman is not taking in, it is the fault of the woman. That's wrong. That's wrong, my dear. 50% of the trouble is from the man, and 50% of that trouble is from the woman. So it could be that the man had a low sperm count. It could be that the woman has a blocked tubes. It could be the woman has what we call pelvic inflammatory disease that has caused blockage of the tubes. It could be that the woman has even had TOP, the termination of pregnancy, and that has caused problem to the internal walls of the tube, of the uterus, or what we call the womb. So this can be the problem. But the man has a role to play in it, and the woman has a role to play in it. It's about 50-50 chances that it could be the man, it could be the woman. Essence of regular water intake, importance of sleep, and nutritional value of less sugar. This is a very beautiful one. The exercise, regular exercise is very good for your body because, like I said before, as a young child has what we call compliant vessels, meaning that if you apply pressure to those vessels, they open. But as you grow old, our vessels become non-compliant, meaning that if you apply pressure, they may not open. Whereas you need the flow of blood from the heart to all the organs. So if the vessels are not compliant, you will see that the organs don't get enough, and therefore stroke can happen. Therefore kidney failure can happen, liver can fail. All of the organs can fail because the blood to the organs is the life of those organs in our body. From our brain to our lungs to our heart to our kidney, our liver, the intestines, every organs of our body needs, even our eyes, needs adequate blood supply. So exercise keep the vessels open. It's good to have adequate exercise, regular exercise. Importance of sleep. If you do lots of work and you want your body to replenish itself, or you want your body to regain itself from the work you've done, you need adequate sleep, at least 6 to 8 hours a day. A minimum of 6 hours a day sleep is very important for your health. The reason is that it is the period your body heals itself from the excessive work, excessive exercise, excessive food you have eaten, a bad air that you have taken in. Because the air we breathe is polluted to some extent without us knowing. Environment is polluted, so we take in a whole lot of things. People are smoking around you, you don't smoke, but people are smoking around you. You are inhaling what they are taking. So we call it passive smokers, all right? This can cause problems to your lungs, but the opportunity for your body to heal itself is when you actually are asleep. That's when the body now take time to replenish, or to take time to reorganize the systems that have been affected by the exercise and everything that we put into our body. Our body is a system, and it maintains its internal milieu, what we call the internal body system. It tends to maintain it. I made mention of what we call the Chitilias principle earlier, and the body tries to maintain the internal milieu at every point in time too. So adequate sleep is very important to reorganize the body, to reorganize the brain, to reorganize the organs of the body, and to heal it from all the exercises and everything that we do to it. There are things that we call super oocytes. When we are eating, when we are playing, when we are doing all kinds of things that we are doing, exercise and all that, your body breaks down this food, and some of the byproducts of the food, if it's not excreted as required, could cause problem to the body. And so that is why you urinate, that is why you defecate, because the things that you don't need, you must pass them out. That is why you perspirate, sweating. The things that you don't need, your body must let go of it. If it doesn't let go of it, it becomes injury to the body. And so we want to ensure we avoid that. The nutritional value of less sugar. If your pancreas is working absolutely well, and you do not have what we call familiar predisposition to diabetes, you could eat all kinds of sugar and you may not come down with diabetes. So some people will just say, "Hi, I'm very old. I don't want to eat plenty of sugar. I don't want to do that." That's not really it. One of the things that really make people come down with diabetes is what? One of them is obesity, excessive weight. When you get too much of weight, there is reduced sensitivity of your tissues to insulin, and because of this, your body may not be able to use the sugar that you're taking in. When you gain excessive weight, there is a decreased sensitivity of the tissues to tissue receptors, or the things that receive sugar in the body. They reduce their sensitivity to it, and therefore, when the sugar gets there, they may not even take it in for the tissues to use or your cells to use, and thus you may become diabetic, and so your body may not be able to use your sugar. Diabetes is like somebody that's living in water, cannot drink the water. That's diabetes. There's enough sugar in the blood, but the cells cannot use it. That's diabetes. So the nutritional value of sugar is that less sugar is that if you're eating less sugar, especially sugar from honey and all that, if you're eating those sugar, you have lesser chances of coming down with problem with diabetes, which is a very bad disease. Diabetes is a multi-systemic disease. It could affect any system of the body, from your brain to your eye to your liver to your kidney to your guts. Anything at all can be affected. Your legs, you can lose your leg, you can lose your hand, you can lose anything to diabetes. So diabetes is a very bad disease, and so we must make every effort to protect ourselves from diseases. So these are some of the questions that were raised, or topics that were raised. I just did a glossing over them, and we could actually go deeper into them to learn more about them. This is more or less a longer and lengthy video, but I think it's very important that I do this, and I believe that you may have learned something from it. If you have learned something from it, I want you to like, I want to share, I want you to share so that others could learn from it if you have learned anything from it. And then whatever, I just want to give here at this point, I want to thank my friend Honorable Ifeanyi Guyenga, Mike Guyenga, who has given me support in my next video. I will be using a mic because Honorable Ifeanyi Guyenga threw in the support for me to be doing this work better and better, and I hope to get better with it. I hope to reach more audience with it. I hope that this health education and health promotion that I've started will reach the ends of the earth, and people will understand their health better and live more healthy life. God bless you, and have a beautiful night rest.